This year marks the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between Malaysia and China. Today, we're honored to invite Mr. Yazrin Syakhairi Mahlan, the Trade Commissioner of the Consulate General of Malaysia, to share his insights on the business cooperation between Malaysia and Hong Kong, and discuss how to further enhance commercial connections between the two regions. Mr. Yazrin, welcome.
Thank you for having me here.
Can you briefly introduce the business sectors in which Malaysia is engaged in Hong Kong?
Okay. Malaysia has been engaging in various business sectors in Hong Kong since we have been here for more than 100 years, doing business and trading together with the local enterprises. So we are involved in various sectors, including in electronics, in the financial services, automotive, healthcare, and of course, in the consumer goods sectors. So we are looking forward to expand further, even with the latest and in demand industry, like nowadays we have on the EV, on electric vehicle, in renewable energy and whatnot.
So what kind of model are these collaborations based on?
There are a few models that we adopt of having our enterprises here. There is no one-size-fits-all. For example, we have our companies that set up their base here to do the promotion, market studies, distribution, and marketing of their product by their own. We also have a group of Malaysian enterprises that have their local business partner in Hong Kong that have been establishing the relationship for many years, and they continue to do so. We also have those Malaysian companies that are not in Hong Kong physically, but using the good relationship with the local party to trade virtually via online and e-marketplaces.
Then what motivated Malaysia to begin doing its business with Hong Kong at that time?
Of course, there are many factors that contributed to this. Hong Kong being an international trading center for quite some time, has always been familiar to the Malaysian companies as well as the Malaysians. In addition to that, Hong Kong's role as the connector between the East and the West, and also the super connector of the Greater Bay Area of 80 million population, as well as the gateway to the 1.4 billion population of the Greater China, is something that is attracting the Malaysian companies to continue to do business with the Hong Kong and Hong Kong enterprises.
What advantages do Malaysia and Hong Kong have in their business cooperation?
Oh, I would say that there's a long list for me to point out, but I would say in this context, let me just highlight maybe 2 or 3 examples. Okay, number one is Malaysian and Hong Kong enterprises share the same common language in terms of business terms. This can be seen throughout the arrangement of business meetings that we did for the enterprises, whereby they can already know each other's discussion term in terms of the Incoterms, payment terms, the other external factors that might affect shipments, logistics, and whatnot. So all these factors can jumpstart the discussion into the next level, whereby you don't have to start from zero. So point number 2, I would say that the existence of the Malaysians that are multilingual, that can speak the same language, can overcome the barrier in terms of breaking the ice. So therefore, I can see that the enterprises are comfortable in communicating in English, in Cantonese, in Mandarin, or in any kind of language that they have in common. So this can even further create a bonding and even a closer relationship between the two enterprises. And I would say number 3, it's because of the efficiency of the connectivity in terms of sending the goods between these two ports. So we know the fact that the volume of trade between Malaysia and Hong Kong is relatively high. And we can see that the efficiency and the turnaround time to send goods in and out is quite fast. So therefore, all these factors has contributed to even a further motivation to the Malaysian companies to continuously doing business with Hong Kong enterprises and with Hong Kong.
Are there any successful stories behind these collaborations, and what are the key lessons learned from them?
There are some that I can highlight. Perhaps number one is the collaboration that is done between the Press Metal Group Malaysia and Dashing Enterprise Hong Kong, which our office facilitated and initiated, that has made the two enterprises currently having a long-term business relationship in terms of the supply of aluminium and other related products. So this relationship has been undergone for a few years now, and we were told that it will be continued and further enhanced in the coming years. Another example is the joint venture between IHH Malaysia and New World Development Hong Kong to form a partnership in the Glen Eagles Hospital Hong Kong. It has also appointed the University of Hong Kong as its clinical partner, and currently offering a wide range of state-of-the-art healthcare services to the local citizens as well as the expat community located in Hong Kong. So these are some of the examples of the positive cooperation and collaboration that we can see. And I believe there are more partnership and cooperation that will be done in the future between enterprises of both locations.
What challenges does the business cooperation between the two regions face, and how will you respond to them?
Okay, I would say that we always advise the enterprises to do their due diligence before entering the market or forming a cooperation. This is because you have to really understand the market characteristic, the setup, because different market have different orientation. So in terms of challenges, for you not to understand the market and entering the market without a proper due diligence will make the problem occur and will create further conflict in the future. So therefore, that is the kind of challenges that can be overcome. However, Malaysia and Hong Kong, as part of the global supply chain, are also affected by the global volatility and sluggish demand that's happening in the world nowadays. And therefore, I would say that these challenges is something that we have to face at the current time being. However, with the right mindset to change based on the trend and the market demand, I believe the enterprises will be able to survive or even to perform better in the supply chain in the world. However, despite highlighting all these challenges that happens between the enterprises, I would like to point out that with challenges comes opportunity. Therefore, the enterprises should look forward to towards solving the current issues and retaining the current state, as I believe there will be lights at the end of the tunnel.
Actually, the problem of sluggish demand is now happening all over the world.
That's true. So we believe that this will not continue forever. However, there is a need for enterprises to keep on going and to try to make adjustment based on the current market demand. If you choose to remain as in your current state, you might not be able to be sustainable or to maintain, to be part of the global supply chain.
So you just mentioned future. What is the direction of future cooperation?
We hope that there will be more cooperation that can be established in the future. For the time being, of course, we can see the current relationship between the enterprises of Hong Kong and Malaysia seems to be in the upward trends. We hope this will continue, and we hope to make an introduction of more enterprises in more sectors between Hong Kong and Malaysia. Next, I would say that Malaysia has recently announced our National Industrial Master Plan to 2030. So we hope that the pillars that are announced as the sectors that is of Malaysia's focus can also be something that can be capitalized by Hong Kong in terms of cooperation and collaboration, not only for the domestic market, but also to go into the regional and to go across the globe together. And last but not least, we can see that in the news there are more new exciting announcements done by the Hong Kong government to position Hong Kong as the super connector of the Greater Bay Area, as well as the Greater China market of 1.4 billion population. So we hope that all the projects and initiatives related to all this big announcement can be part of the joint collaboration between the enterprises of both Hong Kong and Malaysia, as this is part and parcel of the long-term and main objective of our existence here.
So you always pay attention to the policies of HKSAR.
Yes, that is part and parcel of our job, and we will analyze and tell the stories back to the enterprises in Malaysia from all the new policies and announcements, what can be done, what can be proposed, and what can be capitalized to make a better future together.
Thank you for your explanation. And we have a question about teenagers.
Yeah.
And what roles can teenagers from both regions play in mutual cooperation? Because teenagers are our future.
Yes, definitely. Perhaps I can highlight the first point that 48% of the graduates from the schools in Malaysia are now moving into the tertiary education. Therefore, I always look into the teenagers and the young generation into two groups that are equally important. Those that perhaps pursuing into the tertiary education, which are also popular in Hong Kong, is important to be part of the important chain or supply chain in the professional sectors, engineering, in the financial sectors, and all the sectors that perhaps need certification. And therefore, the second group is also very important, whereby it provides the support services to the industries as a whole. Without any one of the group, it will never happen and things won't be as successful as it should be. Therefore, I hope that the scenario will continue whereby Malaysia and Hong Kong will continue to have equal distribution of the young generation in both parties, in both groups, because for us to move forward together, we need both groups to be available to support the whole agenda. I give you an example. For example, if a certain country have an aerospace master plan that needs the engineers of doing the master plan implementation and all that, it also needs a support services whereby people that can handle the groundwork, ground staffing and all that to make it happen. So therefore, I hope that in the future, the young population and generation will contribute further to this, apart from the new and exciting job that currently they are having. Because I believe in the future, there are more new jobs that will be created, whether it's the conventional type or the new type, but there will be demand for both type of jobs, and we need the manpower to implement and to run both groups so that it becomes a success.
Do you provide the education of technology for the young population in your country?
Yes, in Malaysia, there is a specific program called STEM, STEM, that focuses on science, technology,
Same as Hong Kong.
vocational. Yes, same as in Hong Kong. And the reason why the government emphasized on this group is because there is a need, an urgency for this group to sustain or even to grow further because of the demand of the industry. Like I mentioned earlier, the professionals is needed at one angle, and the support services and the people that go into the technicality of the industry is also equally important. Without having the whole supply chain in this, it will be an issue. And if you have all this together, I believe it will be a success, and things in your master plan will be implemented thoroughly and successfully.
Okay, we come to the end of this interview. Thank you very much for your precious time.
Thank you again for inviting me. So I hope that we can cooperate and collaborate further in the future.